So today we're going to talk a little bit about lower back pain and how you can exercise with lower back pain. So Hannah's going to help us here, and Hannah sits at her desk for 8 hours a day, so her lower back by the end of the day is tired. So here's a way that we can work out and stretch her lower back. So she's going to start off with a teeny pelvic curl, tucking her tailbone under just a little bit and release. So this is the first little exercise that she's going to do. You can do this first thing in the morning, at the end of the day. That lower back supports us, and the muscles on the side, the deep muscles on the side, are called the quadratus lumborum. They get really tight, and that's responsible for our rotation. And then the deep muscles of the back, the multifidus, can get a stretch here while we're doing this little curl. Doesn't have to be high, it should feel good. And again, if there's ever pain on anything, you're always gonna stop. One more, and all the way down and rest. Nice. So what I'm gonna do for Hannah is, in all of the exercises in this program, you can always use a pillow if you have back pain. So I'm gonna have Hannah curl up and come on down. So this pillow isn't too far back. Lift up, I'm gonna take it down, just there you go. And so I want the back of the pillow, the top of the pillow, right at the top of her lower back, and this looks pretty good. We wanna make sure the rib cage closes down. Yeah, there you go. All right, so she's gonna take one leg to tabletop. Tabletop is knee right at the hip line, and the lower leg is at 90 degrees, and now the next leg is gonna come and match it. Good. And she's gonna stay here and take a couple breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, closing that rib cage, and pulling the belly in. So it doesn't look like much, but she's working to maintain this. Am I right? Yes. And she's going to take a couple more breaths here. Inhale, exhale, making sure that back is pressing down even more onto my hand. Yes, excellent. All right, so she's going to keep the left foot up here, take the right foot down to the mat. Inhale, and she's going to change and come up and change. Good. Inhaling and exhaling on each side, making sure that rib cage is closed, the belly is pulling in, and she's pressing down onto the mat. She's just going to do a couple more of these, and one more, and exhale, both legs up, and one foot goes down, and then the other foot goes down and rests. Great. So I'm going to scoot back just a little bit because I'm going to have her do a little stretch, and she's going to just let both knees go to one side for a little stretch. She's going to take a breath and come back to center, and then over to the other side. So she gets to release her lower back, and this is a great exercise to do first thing, last thing in the morning. And hold on. Bend one knee into your chest. You're going to hold on to that. She's going to let the other leg go straight down. And so we do an exercise called single leg stretch. She's going to do her version with a pillow, so she's going to lift her left leg up off the mat, and she's going to change legs, and change, and change. So if you have lower back pain, I'm going to have you take your feet a little bit higher. Good. So she's working her belly, but she's not overworking her back. That's the number one thing you want to be aware of. You want to feel the belly. If the legs are too low, she's going to feel it in her back. And bend both legs in and hold. Good. And now we're going to go into scissors. She's going to take this leg straight up. She's going to hold on behind her knee. Okay, she's going to extend her other leg out. Doesn't have to be low. And she's going to change legs and change and change. Now, it's okay that her knee is bent. She has to make sure she does what her body needs, make sure she feels it in her belly and not in her lower back. That's why we have the pillow. Good. Change, change, one more, change, and both knees in and rest. Good. And then she's going to put both feet down on the mat. So you can do any of these using the pillow, any of the exercises within the entire program. And I think that'll make your back feel much better.